So recently, Carisha and Diddy have decided to go on a break from kicking it because of all the allegations with Cassie, and you got three more women that came out and said stuff that happened in the 90s. Just like 50 said, the floodgates is going to open. But this is what Carisha's friend had to say on behalf of Young Miami. Carisha's friend explained, with everything going on, Young Miami is just staying out of it. Who knows what the future holds? But for now, they both decided that it's best to put things on break. So they're going to take a break, or she's going to take a break, or however you want to slice that. But like all this break and back on and off and all that stuff, it's weird because they're never really official. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 minute they be like, we breaking up, but you're not together. You know what I'm saying? So that's for one, but I do find it convenient that she would distance herself at this time from him with all the stuff that's coming out against Cassie and everything that's surrounded about that. They settled this case really fast from the day that it came out to the next day. Boom, it was settled. He had to get a hold on it before it really took off. But why is it that when there has been so many egregious accusations, which this one had a lot of them, over the top, egregious, like wild stuff, and I just always wonder, why is it always when it's time to get justice, it's only in the form of money, monetarily, civil court, right? It's never like civil and criminal, because you would think some of the things that's being alleged, or some of the ways that women have been allegedly been treated, you would think they would want him to not be able to do this to other women as well. But we don't really get that result. We really get the result of they want to be monetarily compensated, which is fine. But it makes me wonder, like, why not the other side of it too? Why not the criminal side of it too? And then for a lot of men, you gotta ride with us on this sentiment. We have to ask the question, why now? Like, they was together for 10 years. And I think they broke up in like 2018, and then she remarried, and then now, 5-6 years later, she's bringing all these accusations out. And it's like, why now? The other three women that are coming out and saying stuff happened in 90, 91. Why now would you wait all of this time to bring these accusations to the limelight? And it's because we have to consider the possibility of it being possible that she was okay with some of this stuff. I'm not saying, this is all alleged, what I'm saying, right? And all these accusations, everything is alleged, right? But some people have a price of things that they are willing to do. And some people, it's starting to, like when women fly over to Dubai, right? Like when women fly over to Dubai, we hear the videos of they going over there getting, being used as toilets and all of that, right? There's a heavy price tag that they're accepting to do this. But then let's say after they come back and they spend the money in this and another, I think it's very unfair to then after that be like, oh, I was abused when I went over there, right? And I give this example because I'm not trying to dismiss what Cassie went through, or any other women that may have went through this, because Diddy's a wild boy. Like, I believe he did some stuff. I'm just not going to say I believe everything that's being accused. But I also believe that women will bend what they're willing to go through because of the shiny, luxurious life that is provided to them as well. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give this example. MC Shan was offered the Fresh Prince role before Will Smith. And we know there was a lot of stuff that was alleged that happened to Will Smith after he got that part, right? As far as the 6 degrees of separation, a lot of the stuff that's they alleging with the Dwayne Martin stuff now, but because of Benny Medina, who was the one who was a major player in this role. MC Shan was offered this role first. And he was thinking about taking a role until he noticed that Benny Medina allegedly was on some funny business. And so at that point, he made a staunch stand and line in the sand, like, "Hey, yo, we not doing that, bro. We not doing that. Like, I would take this role because the role is a good role and it's a good opportunity for me. But if it comes with that, it's not going down. I'm not with none of that. And I'll happily turn down the money and the glorious lifestyle and all this stuff that you're offering with it to keep my booty hole intact. Like, I'm not doing that, bro." And I believe that women such as Cassie, not saying that she didn't go through nothing, but I'm saying that I believe that if Cassie really wanted to, she could have made the same stance and planted her feet and been like, "No, I'm not, you're not doing this to me." Right? Because it was a lot of crazy accusations. But Cassie, like at the time that they met, they had a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend. Diddy disrespected. He signed her. It's like a crazy 10-album deal or something. So I get that that's crazy. Like, crazy disrespectful of Diddy to sign her as kind of like her boss and then try to press up on her. Like, "Now I want to get with you." Because now you blend in this line and now you make an employee feel like they got to do whatever to keep their job, you know what I'm saying? To retain their record contract or whatever. And that's crazy unfair. But, I mean, Cassie had a boyfriend and everything else. And it's like, it's crazy unfair for somebody to be pressured like that. But it's also not above the realm of possibility or logic to ask Cassie to put her foot down and say, "No, you're not going to disrespect me like this. You're not going to disrespect her boyfriend at the time like this," and press up on her and try to kiss her. Instead, she got rid of her boyfriend, got with Diddy, and proceeded to do a lot of things. Young Jock told a story when they was in a club, and Diddy said he seen this white girl in the club. She was beautiful. And he was locked in on her like, "Oh my God." She had the side of her head shaved. And he turned to Cassie right away like, "I want you to shave the side of your head." And then Young Jock, I think, was like, after a little while, like, you gonna do that?" And she was like, "Hey, whatever I gotta do for him. Like, I don't want to do it, but if that's what he wants, then I'll do it." And I think that's a great example of a lot of these times where it's like, Diddy on some wild stuff. He wants you to do this, that, and the other, and everything else in between. And this is the time where she's weighing in her mind, where it's this luxurious lifestyle. Diddy got me rubbing elbows with this person, that person, everybody. I'm having a good time. We on yachts and doing all of this. And that's when she, I think, okays it in her mind, like, well, I got to go along with it if I want to live like this. But it's also within the realm of possibility of saying, "You know what? No, you're not going to disrespect me like this. I'm not doing that." And we see that from MC Shan giving his account of a time that you can say no. And there's plenty of women in this day and age who have said no, who have knocked off the advances of men that's, want to rub on you, give you a massage and all that at work. No. Get off. Not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Disrespectful. And if you keep doing that, we're going to press charges or whatever. But it's the why now kind of question, because after so many years, it's like, oh, y'all was together for 10 years. You endured it for 10 years. And it is the possibility, you're scared to leave. You're scared that he going to beat you or, it's all of that. And I feel for her for that. I really do. But we have to do also the consideration of the other side of that coin, because we see it so often with women and accusations and how things going and how they playing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, to get back to Young Miami, she's deciding right now, or her and Diddy is deciding to break it off. But they often do this break it off and back on dance that they do. But I wonder if Young Miami has experienced anything. She hasn't alluded to her experiencing anything. And so that's all. That also makes me wonder, like, you know, if this is his constant track record, why hasn't she experienced it as well? And you never know. You never know. He is older now, so yeah. So you never know as far as how things is going. But I definitely do believe Diddy. I definitely believe some of these stories. Like Diddy's wild, and he's been known to be loose with putting hands on people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say that he couldn't put hands on Cassie or other women, but I'm just the type I like to let stuff play out and see where we're going with it, because get all the facts to stuff, because I'm just not going to believe it just because people say it and throw it out there. But unfortunately, we're not really going to see this play out like this because it's already been settled a day later, So, and I believe that's what the other women is looking for as well. Everybody wants civil stuff to do with money, but nobody seems to really want to press charges and like lock him up if he was really on this crazy stuff. And that's what bothers me about it, because it's like, why don't women ever take that angle as well? I don't believe it's any law that says you can't do both, that you can't try to sue and you can't like want to have somebody locked up for criminal charges as well, especially if you don't want to see other women get treated as such. So but I believe then in criminal charges and stuff like that. I'll say why they probably won't go that route is because then it has to be a back and forth. Then there has to be probably some type of trial to prove whether what's being said is all truthful or not. And I believe some women don't want to go down that road because it's easier just to make the accusation, take a settlement, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder if Young Miami will get back with Diddy, or if they will keep playing their game. I think they automatically gonna keep playing their game because she seems to be such a loyal person when it comes to him, But it's your boy P Camp. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.